Hello there, Grimjahk back, and here we go. I have been talking about and threatening and going on and on about Botania, and as you can see, I moved my Botania stuff over here, so that's what we're going to do today. I am going to start off, first of all, Botania is scary, but it's easy. It's it's scary when you don't know it, but once you do know it, it's actually pretty easy. The first part is making the petal apothecary, which you take 2 cobblestone slabs, 4 more cobblestone, and any petal. I just happen to choose green, and you do that. Now, you can automate your petal apothecary by having a water source go into it. Just so happens I already have a source of water, and you know what? I was wrong. It happens. I was wrong. You can automate it, but not with fluid ducts. All right, then. So I will be right back. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to grab, I have a barrel of water right here. So I will do that. And I will grab one of my buckets right here, like so. Yeah, I actually thought up and down and sideways that it was going to just pump it right into there, but I was wrong. It happens. So I'm going to throw the barrel right there and get some water in there. Now, the very first thing you need to make in Botania are the pure daisies. You need 4 white petals. In this particular case, however, I'm going to make 4 of them. So I need 16 of them. And you need 4 seeds. Now, I'm not sure whether or not the spinach seeds will work for this, so I'm going to grab one first. You go ahead and you drop or throw or hit Q to put your 4 in, and then you toss in your spinach seed, and it didn't like the spinach seed, so I was pretty much right on that one. All right, so I'm going to need 4 of those. Throw it in, and you get your pure daisy. So the pure daisy will plant in any dirt, put it like that, and you need 8 spots around it. Now the reason I'm making 4 of them is like this. I want to, remember how I told you early on when I was making my lumber axe and my hammer? There was a reason, and the reason for that is efficiency in this process. So there's 8 around this one, 8 around this one, and we'll do it 2 more times here real quick. Whoops. Did those not go in? Oh, they did. Yes, they just didn't render them. And there we go. I have my pure daisies. Now there is a wonderful little, oh, you know what? I think it can pump in, but from the bottom. I'm going to check something right now on this. I'm going to try placing this up there. Nope, doesn't work. All right, well, I tried. Ha. I'll derp. It's okay. I don't mind. This is all one big exploration for all of us, I think. So, the one thing that you do need for Botania is a ready supply of smooth stone. Because in order to do your living stone, you actually need... Whoops, I am so used to working with the drawers. Okay, so let's dump off all of that. Put it all back in, grab 1 stack, that'll be fine. And I am so used to working with the drawers that I still left click for just a single unit sometimes on the barrels. Now it takes roughly 1 minute for it to convert this stone into living stone. And I do not believe that I'm actually carrying my hammer with me, am I? Yes, I am. There we go. So I've got my hammer, and I've got my grim chopper, and we are going to, let's see, what am I going to do here? I want to put a light source over here just to keep them from spawning, but I've already got some partials there. Let's see, do I have a saw on me? I do not. Oh, foo. Okay, I'm going to go take a quick sleep through the night, but I know that something is going to spawn on top of that tree when I do. Just because that's how my luck's been. I've turned off my mob spawner because I thought things were attacking me from there. Turns out that they were just spawning in these partial trees. At least that's what I believe to be the case. Okay, so we are, there we go, and they're starting to convert. And, okay. Now the hammer will work on 3 by 3 areas. And if you do it just right, you can, it actually works better in a straight row than it does side by side. In the past, on my original walkthrough, you'll note that when I was showing off my world there, the 4 pure daisies were in a straight line. This works real well as a cluster when you have your wand of equal trade from thaumaturgy. That does a great job. It will change out, oh, that's interesting. It will change out 31 units because of its range. It will not give you more than that, unfortunately. So what we have now is we have 32 living rock. Come over here, and I'm going to show you the trick for, you know what, I just thought of something. I haven't tried it with rubber wood. I've got more than enough rubber, and so I'm just curious if rubber wood will work. So we'll do this. Now, when you place your wood for living wood, put an extra and one in front. And the reason for that is with your lumber axe, it does the 3 by 3 by 3 area. So when it comes time to harvest, you'll still only get 8, but you hit this one and basically 4 times you've collected all of them. Get them all down as close to at the same time as possible. And then just throw up your extras. And again, a minute later, hopefully this will convert. If not, then I'll still get the rest of these. But let's see, I am tempted to, let's do this. This will be interesting. 1, 2, and then take my, where'd I put it? I put it there. All right. Oops. And put that little nugget right on top of that, right there. And nope, yeah, no, not yet. Where's my other one? There's my hatchet. Ha! All right, so that will leave it there, and I'll be able to walk under it without any problem. So any moment now, it will start converting because it's been close to a minute. Come on, don't make a liar out of me. Let's go. You know you wanna. Okay, you know what? That rubber is not going to convert. See, you get the white particle effects coming off of the regular wood. You're not getting it off of the rubber wood. So, rubber wood, useless, at least for this. But as you see, boom, all collected. Boom, all collected. All right, now, one thing you will note that is normal for proceeding in Botania is you generally start with a day bloom. And some people have set up entire fields of day blooms. I don't do that. And I don't do that because, to me, it's an awful lot of wasted real estate. Oh, that kind of works. All right, so I don't even need to put the cross piece on. I just put one on top of the... Whoops, that one I need to collect, however. There we go. Get the bounding box correct. Yeah, come here, you. And we go like so. See, even I learned something today. Don't bother putting the back support on when you can just put it on top of the flower. There you go. I'm going to go grab one more stack of real wood and get rid of the rubber. And in a few minutes, we will do some more stone. And then I will start with the, matter of fact, I'll just go ahead now. So it's 2 yellow, 1 blue, and 1 orange. And there we go. Whoops, I only got 1 yellow. Now I got 2 yellow. Okay, so back to you and you. And put you away. I still need that. And I need that. Okay, so we take the 2 yellow and toss them in. And the blue and the orange and that. Okay, you end up with doubloons. So I will start with 4 or 5 doubloons, but I promptly get rid of them as soon as I have enough mana to start converting petals to mana petals. And the reason for that is the Endoflame. The Endoflame is currently, in my mind, the best easy setup for massive mana production. There are more efficient mana farms. You can do far bigger mana farms than I do. There are just so many trees. So many trees. And it just can't keep up. And I wish I knew why, because I do not believe that there is an upgrade to the harvester. You can't upgrade it other than range. I seem to recall situations where I was pumping so much power into it that it just, it would tear through jungle trees, just gone. Hey, that looks like a stealth fighter. Anyhow, ooh, shiny. Okay, so we have 56 living wood, and we have living stone, and I have spots for that just because. And you know what I don't have over here is I don't have a crafting table. I need one of those. So let's grab this, do this, and that, and that. And there we go. And what we're going to do here is a couple fold. I need to poop. Yeah, good enough. Okay, so yes, I'm going to end up doing a new set of spots over here. I'm going to do 4 straight out, and I'm going to put these things 4 in line. For right now, I've got enough to do what I need, so I'm going to pick these up. My 2 early goals in... Oh, that was interesting. It flashed red. Was very interesting. My 2 early goals in Botania are generally the Ring of Magnetization and the Ring of Magnetization right there, because I don't like things falling and being out of reach and plummeting over the side when I'm harvesting them. Even though I have endless resources, to me, it bothers me, so I don't like it. And then the Sojourner's Sash. For step assist and faster movement and the higher likelihood that I'm going to accidentally step over something and plummet to my death. That's my story, and I'm sticking with it. So that when it happens, you know that it was planned. So what I need to do is plant my daybloom. And I need to also make the Wand of the Forest. Wand of the Forest is... whoops, I need 2 more. Wand of the Forest is 2 living wood. Makes a living wood twig. You need 3 of those. And you need 2 flower petals. And I generally just go with white because it works. Everybody has different color choices. And if you choose different colors, I'll go ahead and show you what I mean. If you choose different colors, it will give you different colors. So, and this is your primary piece of interaction with much of Botania. So I just, you know what? I'm going to break out of my comfort zone and I'm going to do something different because I want it bright and shiny so that when I am trying to see it in my inventory, it kind of glares out at me a little bit more than it. Yeah, that's better. Let's do lime green. All right, so that will glare out at me a little more, and I'm less likely to, yeah, we'll see. I may just be so used to the white one that I give up and throw this one away and make a new one. But it'll be fun. So, where was I? Oh, yes. With the Wand of the Forest, you now have the ability to click on a flower or an item to see how much mana is in it. That is got full mana. So now what I need is I need a mana spreader. The mana spreader is, there's redstone mana spreader is controllable with redstone, but a regular mana spreader is 1 gold ingot, any flower petal, and 6 more living wood. So again, I made a lot of living wood early and before I did anything else, and that was the reason. Living wood is kind of vital. And let's see, what do I have over here? The most stuff. You know what? I'm going to go sleep real quick just because I don't want any surprises. And I'm now on a big enough island that surprises can happen, even though I've got armor. So the armor helps. I've got my row of hoeing. My Raiders hoe, which is fantastic for dealing with pretty much any combat situation. It does killer damage, plus 12 attack damage, so that works real well. Let's see, I'm going to make the mana spreader, which means I need one of you. Actually, I'm going to make 2 mana spreaders. And I want, what do I have? Plenty of green. Okay, 1, 2. All right, so the color of the petal has no effect on the actual function. I'm going to go ahead and put that there. And now what you'll see is that the mana spreader is collecting mana and the day bloom is now empty. So now I have the 1 day bloom, which I need to make at least 2 more. But I'm going to go ahead and just make 1 more right now. And do that and that and there. Now, with day blooms, you cannot put them next to each other, or they basically get into little... oh, well, let's just say they're prima donnas. They get into hissy fits. They have to have their space. Otherwise, they end up in little slappy fights, you know, arguing with each other. And I just can't stand listening to them. So I give them their space. So while that's doing that now, we come over here and we're going to grab 5 of the living rock, and we're going to make a mana pool. Actually, we need to make 2 ultimately, but I'm going to put 1 right there. And what will happen is as soon as this beast gets enough, which is, I think it takes a half a bar, but I don't have enough. That's why you need, I mean, I could, cut away and come back, but by the amount of time that it takes me to cut away and come back, instead of just making 2 more, let's just be a little efficient with everybody's time, shall we? Oh, interesting. Oh, yeah, I've got extra seeds of the overkill variety that I don't need right now. So, got water, 1, 1, 2, 1, and 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, so let's go ahead and throw these down. And the proximity to the spreader doesn't really matter. Well, it does. The total proximity matters, but it can be in front of it without affecting anything. So as you can see, there is some mana in there, and it is building up now a little better. We are pushing close to noon, so I will continue there. I'm going to make one more mana pool because you want the regular mana pool, not the diluted. And as soon as I'm going to end up cutting away because I'm going to want some mana to build up before I can start making endo flames. Endo flames, the reason endo flames are so great is they burn stuff. So I am going to have, and I currently have, an excess of wood. I will probably, for the sake of argument, put a second harvester here just so that they're both cranking away at this as fast as possible. This solar panel is actually keeping this hardened energy cell more than full. So I've got the one power source running both the planter and the harvester. I might as well put a second harvester in there just to get an increased flow of mushrooms, which I don't know why it's misbehaving like this. I have never... It could be that the sludge is slowing it down. And that's a possibility. So I'm tempted to just throw a temperate fluid duct on the side and pump the sludge out and see if that speeds things up. It might. Matter of fact, that's probably what's my next quick thing to do is, oh, good, I can make my new mana pool. So let's go ahead and just drop that in there. Good. And so I'm going to go ahead and kill this because that's not enough mana to worry about, honestly. And this is the diluted and the regular. There we go. Now, the closer your mana pool is to your spreader, the faster the beam gets to the mana pool. This is important when you are producing massive amounts of mana. For example, when I get my endoflame farm going, I will probably have 12, maybe 15 endoflames, all being just absolutely filled with just hammering out mana with the charcoal that I'm going to be mass producing from the tree farm. Now, that amount of mana, a regular mana spreader can't handle it. You have to put on some focus, some lenses, or ultimately, which I will also be doing, is you upgrade them to elven spreaders, which is, again, second tier, almost third tier of Botania. We certainly aren't going to get that far tonight. I'm already 2/3 of the way through my available time for this episode. But I'm going to pause right now. I'm going to let this keep building up. I want to get some endo flames going for you before the end of the night, just so that you can, before the end of this session, just so that you can see how much they produce. And I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. And yeah, I think that the sludge is part of the problem. Let's make the sludge go away. The sludge is gone. And wow. Yeah, that's harvesting at speeds that I was expecting. So yeah, put a barrel down when you do a harvester. Get rid of your sludge. Better yet, throw it into a sludge boiler and you actually get worthwhile materials out of it. There went all of my mushrooms. Yeah, this mushrooms farm's paying off pretty well. 3 stacks of each. You know what? If I hit, when I hit like 12 stacks of mushrooms in each barrel, I can go ahead and break it down because then I don't have to worry about that mycelium. And I'll probably expand out my tree farm because I thought it couldn't keep up. I thought something had been modified in the config file, and so I just never thought twice about it. So now I can actually probably run a full-size tree farm and still get all of the wood I need for charcoal. Matter of fact, I'm going to go make up another batch of charcoal right now. This is one of the beautiful things. As soon as I put some more fuel efficiency upgrades in there, it'll be better. But for right now, this is a great way to generate a reasonable amount of charcoal. And there's another piece of bread. 8 stacks. I've been using it constantly. I just keep forgetting to refill it. So that's definitely something I need to automate. So now I can make my endoflame. I have enough mana to make these two mana. Oh, I do not have enough mana. I did. Okay, it did. Perfect. Good. So I have a brown mana petal and a red mana petal. For the Endoflame, I need 2 brown, 1 being mana, 2 red, 1 being mana, and a light gray. So I need another brown, another red, and a light gray. And I need a bucket of water. Yeah, bucket. My bucket. All right, here we go. And 1 and 2 and 1 and 16. Yeah, there we go, 16. That was the magic number. And we throw this in here. Okay, so Meltdown, achievement get. Now, the Endoflame. The Endoflame is, I'm going to put that, I'm going to put that over here. And the only reason I'm going to do that is because I've got another mana spreader that I can put over here. And I don't want to walk off the end. Do that. And the Wand of the Forest has 2 different modes. You shift right click on it to change it. You want bind mode or function mode. Function mode lets you see what's going on. Bind mode is to assign an object to a location. So you right click on the object and then right click on the location and that will move it. I can right click on that and point it down here, or I can rearrange it there. So what we are going to see here, as soon as I get the Endoflame something to actually eat, what I have used on my previous map was, oh, look at all of that charcoal. Lovely, lovely charcoal. Oh, coal, yes. I am a little disappointed, I guess is a way to put it, that you cannot make blocks of charcoal on this map. I believe, well, at least when last I checked, I couldn't. I don't know if that has been updated. So, let's check. Nope. No blocks of charcoal. So, for the purpose of this exact test, I'm going to wait for night because I want to show you how quickly this cycles through a set of mana. It is almost nighttime. Daybloom is doing almost nothing at the moment. Okay, yeah, so stars are out. It's night. Let me go sleep through the night, and then we will come back. And, well, I'm not going anywhere. Neither are you. Okay, so here we are. Now let's head back over here. And what you will see is, as soon as I grab my wand, that it is accruing not very fast. Okay, but you can see how fast it pulses. I can turn this off and you will see in a few moments how much it pulses. Now watch this. With my eat it. All right, it is. Now, that's not what I wanted. Really? Oh, really? I'm here going to waste a thing of coal. Because if it's not loose on the ground, it will... okay, that is just not going to work. Okay, just break it and make it go away, would you please? It's in my way. I'm going to actually have to upgrade my pickaxe to move a block of coal. Are you kidding me? Oh, okay. Well, tell you what, I will be right back. This was not what I wanted to be doing, but I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I figured I might as well show you how I'm doing the pour here. I basically made my mold, threw the bone pick in there. It will pour the mold around it, the aluminum brass, and then as soon as the copper melts, the clock will automatically dump it right on top of that. And then I will go ahead and return the gear cast and basically go fetch my... Oh, maybe I'll get it before it gets away. I did! Yes. Okay, so make that go away, do that. And you know what? I don't have a chest over here for patterns. Well, I'll deal with that later. Okay, so I now have my new pick head. Ooh, let's see if the tree disappears super fast. Boo, go away. It's reasonable. At least I'm not going to have mobs spawning in it anymore. Bonus for that. Okay, so we throw you in here and you in here, and it's now copper. And that was not what I wanted to be doing this afternoon, but I could have really messed with you and said, it's not what I wanted to be doing this morning. I've now covered all of my time zones in one shot. Okay, so boom, that gets rid of that. But as long as you see this red glow coming off of the endoflame, it is basically generating mana. And you see how much faster this is pumping mana through. You saw before I was, that's just one. Over here, 4 day blooms is working maybe a quarter of the speed, a sixth, maybe even a tenth of the speed as the one endoflame. So now the other way to do it is you turn off your Wand of the Forest will show you all mana paths. So if you're not holding your Wand of the Forest, you actually see the mana bursts. So it's going to be interesting to count the number of mana bursts that you get from one endoflame. Granted, I put in a charcoal. It's going to burn longer, and as long as it's burning, it will not pick up more material. But it will continue to burn that one piece of material until it stops, and you can always tell when it stops because you get no more pulses. But I've counted 6 or 7. Actually, I haven't counted at all. I'm just guessing. And this has yet to pulse. And that's even, so that just shows you that when I put in 2 or 3 endoflames over here, this thing is going to be producing more power than I'm going to be able to, that I'm ever really going to need, as opposed to those 4 day blooms. So I'm going to now up my ante. I want to get 4 more. Oh, and the unlike these antisocial pains in the nighttime keister, these endoflames are perfectly happy getting all social and cuddly and working together. Matter of fact, what's really cool is they have a great pickup range. I can actually drop material like 3 or 4 away and they'll still pick it up. So if I have a cluster of endoflames, like 6 or 7 or 10 of them, if I throw down 10 pieces of material, they will all grab their fair share and be happy and then just start cranking out the mana. So I have my 4. I want to bump it up to 5 for now, and so I need 4 more, and 4 more, and 4. 3 and 4. So let's start doing the 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And here's Johnny. No. Let's not do that. And there we go. So we have no bucket. Here, bucket. Okay, do that. And we go 2, 3, 4. Nope, it didn't like that. Yeah, it probably just dropped it right on the floor again. Nope, there we go. Now it's really being weird. or I am, or both. Okay, so there we go. Boom, boom, boom. Out go the lights. Whoops, nope. It's so nice to not have trees over there cluttering up my skyline. Yeah, like there's anything I got to look at. And we are down to the last one. And you will see exactly how much mana you can produce this quickly without having a huge field of dayblooms. Granted, I did start off by going through a full stack of floral fertilizer over in my meadow. I did have the advantage of making that effort, turning all of that into these petals. And as you can see, brown, okay, I'm already starting to run low on brown. Green, not so much. And the advantages on these ones that I have 37 of or 39 of, or 32 of, I know, light gray, never get rid of that light gray. White, light gray are both petals you want to hold on to. Anyhow, so you can start taking these extras that you have here. Let's go ahead, for example, take my magenta. 4 of that, let's go ahead and get 8. And you can take any combination in floral fertilizer. And, whoops, that's not floral fertilizer. Any combination, grind it up into powder, throw it in with bone meal, and you make more. So if you over collect something and you don't need it, that is one way to, okay. I'm muttering, let's go ahead and put down, yeah, start calling them names. All right, 3, 4. Okay, so I now have 5 of those. I'm going to grab 5 of those. And even when you have the ring of magnetization, all you have to do is hold shift and it disables it temporarily. Shift and Q tosses them all out on the ground. A few seconds later, all of them are picked up at once. And now watch this. This never stops pulsing. And it can't keep up. The mana spreader is actually going to fill up, and I'm never going to be able to, what'll end up happening is the flowers will continue to burn through their timer without having enough, they'll burn through their timer and not be able to get rid of their mana. So I'm going to go ahead and go back into bind mode and bind it over here. So now this one should be, was I close enough? Function mode. Okay, see now what's happening is this one, by highlighting it, I can see that the bounding box on that mana spreader is active. I highlight this one, this mana spreader is active. Now if I click on the mana spreader, it's now maintaining right there in the middle. So a regular mana spreader at this distance, which is three blocks, can handle 4 endoflames but cannot handle 5. So by tying the last endoflame over here, I am now actually pumping the maximum mana, given this setup, into this pool right now, as long as the blocks of coal continue to produce. So at this point, I've gone way over what I had originally planned. This is now looking like 40 minutes. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for comments, likes. Subscribe if you want more. Feel free to ask questions or point out what I could have done differently. And, oh, interesting. Oh, no, there they are. I was going to say in third person, I don't get to see my flower petals, but there they are. They're magic. Disappear, reappear, disappear. Okay, anyhow. Thank you very much. As usual, have a good evening. Have a good day. Be well, and goodbye.